I thought we did good for the beginning of what we had said we were going to do.
Right.
We hit our goals. We did what we wanted to do. So.
Okay, we are
live.
Setting up for YouTube. I agree.
Can you believe it's March? Like, it's the 8th. It's March 8th. Like, craziness.
It is crazy, but it's only 1 week into the month, so.
True, but it's still like, wow. So how is
I was getting feedback from the YouTube video.
Oh.
Now I'm good. The wedding was wonderful yesterday.
Yay!
I'm super proud of our kids. They told us when they had a really quick, like, we want to get married in less than 6 months from when they met. Okay. So then they said, hey, we found this place and that's where we're getting married, and it's no stress to anybody. It's a package and there is absolutely nothing we need to do, which feels really weird, right? Because we've been in some weddings. And it was really funny because they sent out the invites saying 1 o'clock be at the church. And so we were like, well, what time do you want us there early? And they said, no, 1 o'clock. That's when we get access into it and everything. And so we arrived, we pulled into the parking spot at 1 o'clock. Will met us out in the parking lot, pinned our lapel things on. We walked in the door. He walked up to the front of the place. We sat down. She walked in, went up the aisle. They did their vows it felt like 5 minutes. It might've been 10. Then they took their pictures and the wedding was done.
Awesome.
So I was very proud of them. And so then we have a new park that they created in our downtown area. So we went there, took some photos, and then we got back in the car and went to a restaurant by us and had a very nice sit-down meal with 25 of the family. So
that's awesome.
And just like that, we now have 3 married kids out of the 9.
9 kids just still sounds like ridiculous. Just saying.
Exactly.
I know they all weren't from you, and
I know, but we still, care and feeding of 9 young adults is kind of where we are.
It's still, yeah. I actually have, I don't know if it's a client or a friend or somebody, and somebody is actually one of 9. Like their mother was like pregnant for like, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, it was funny because we did the rehearsal. Well, there was no rehearsal, but we did the dinner on Saturday night, and Chris's ex-wife did the meal yesterday. So both times it was, when you're buying food for 25 people, that adds up, right?
Yep.
But then it's all adults. And so I said to Chris, if we're not careful, we're going to have a double bill for alcohol here. So we put the rule out. We're paying for the meal. You're paying for your drink.
Yeah.
And it was very good. And they followed suit the next day. And it was such a relief not to have that one person in the party that's like drinking enough for everybody, right? And you're just watching it going, how does this help anybody? So.
But it's awesome. It was no stress. Like that's what you want it to be. Like it's.
Yeah.
Yes, it wasn't as big and extravagant and crazy as it, some can get, which people love that stuff. And if that's what you're up for, then that's what you do. But if that's not you, that's good for them that they knew that that's not what they wanted, and they were able to make the choice without anybody pressuring them to do it a different way. Because I will say that I know there are many times where people, my sister, she did not want anything, whatever. And there were other people who thought it should be differently. And she's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like you have to. She's like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Great.
It reminds me of the Oola UBU,
Yeah.
It's very much, so much of what I'm reading and catching these days is about being authentic, and how when we're authentic in our core, we feel much better about every situation. So, why not strive for that too? And you don't have to work hard. It's just like we're talking about with a stress-free wedding, like be yourself. Like how stressful is that? It's
Yeah.
just who you are. You don't even, everything's in you and no special parts required.
So how's your week look coming up? I was
Extremely busy because most of last week I had UPW and then the
which
wedding.
was I saw
And
so many people jacked up about that. It was great.
It was great, but I in my mind I was like, I know this is going to be really busy, so I'm going to do everything the week after, right? So I booked an appointment a day at least of
Yeah.
stuff that's going on. So I recognize it's going to be a fast and furious weekend or week. It'll probably feel like a 2-day event, but lots going on. How about you?
It's crazy. So here's what my day looks like today.
Ooh.
Here's what my day looks like tomorrow.
Ooh, that's awesome though. That means money.
Oh, it totally does. It's like, okay, well, this is what I set it up to be. But I also have to make sure that I'm giving myself my lunch break, my time to have a break. Because there are definitely times like today, I have this a little bit of half-hour spaces, but not a lot of time. And so I didn't actually schedule in the lunch, but like tomorrow I was like, oh, I need that lunch break because I'm doing like 5, 6 in a row. And then I come back and do another 2 or 3.
Right.
So it's a long day tomorrow. Wednesdays always, I want to, it's a different kind of day. I do massages on Wednesdays, but I still work like a 7 to 7. So I normally don't get home till 7:30, 8 o'clock. Most, and I have my clients who are my evening clients coming back now.
Right.
So people who are wanting or working later, everybody's hours are changing and things. And so I'm not even getting clients in till after 6 o'clock at night. So all my nights are being pushed back, and it's kind of going, ooh, Scott's like, when you gonna be home? I'm like, all week. It's after 6 o'clock. There's a couple nights it's gonna be like 8 o'clock. It's just, that's how my week is. So it's good. But not leaving a whole lot of room for
sleep,
the paperwork, and postings and this kind of stuff. And there's some other stuff I've been looking at, and I had some business development coaching that I've been trying to schedule. Ooh. And this amazing coach is like, I have Tuesday. I'm like, yeah, I'm working like, yeah, Tuesday is not a good day unless you want to talk to me when I'm sleeping. Maybe I could do
right, just
special training in my sleep.
Brain.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So a good week planned. So
a good busy week. So you're going to use your planner?
I actually have it right here, and I'm working on it. It's so funny because I just looked back and I'm like, oh, last week I was supposed to email my accountant. I did not do that. So that's something that I have to move to the next week because it did not get done. I also have in my notes for this week about the slides, the Oola slides.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know why I have it in there, and I don't remember what we were going to do with it, but I made a note that says Oola slides.
Yes. So what we were going to do was pull up the new Oola slide deck and talk about the 3 levels that we are working on now, how we are changing the name of the 10-week program to Transform. And we are offering 3 levels, the basic level. I'm going to do this without the slides because trying to go find them right now will not work.
So they're going, I've peeked at them, but I didn't even get them pulled up.
Yeah, so the basic package is just like it has been before. It's the $9.97 for 10 weeks, and we still coach a half an hour in between each video that they watch from the Oola guys.
Okay.
And then the Premier, maybe it's Plus, maybe the Plus package is you add an extra half-hour session. So like it's an hour between each video.
Got it.
And whether that's if you want to do it twice a week or a 1-hour session, in between the weeks of the videos. And then
I already do that. I think I schedule the hour with my client.
right. And what's interesting about the slide deck and something we'll have to work on is you put in the price that you, as a coach, Andy, charge for that package. And it can be that what we're doing is we're adding on to the $9.97. And it might be that you don't do the extra hour. It might be that you give them a massage every other week. You know what I mean? It's what is your add-in?
Got it. So the
And
plus,
then
was there a price for the plus or whatever we add into the 90?
we decide whatever we add in and
Okay.
what our hourly rate is and so on. And the
Okay.
same thing happens with the Premier. You get the plus package. So whatever that added, whatever that level is, plus
Yep.
it would be whatever addition. So it might be a year's worth of coaching after they get through the 10-week or 6
Got
months,
it.
you know, and you have your levels in that one.
And do they still pay that price to Oola when they sign up for the 10-week?
So
Do they choose Premier 10
no.
week and then okay.
The only thing is the $9.97, and a lot of people were talking about. I watched the sales video,
Yep.
and what they were saying was, take your client's amount as Venmo, and then you go in, set them up, purchase the account for the $9.97 for them.
So you need all their information to do that, their emails, their everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably I would do it as part of the discovery call.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
see that you've got your that like, which package do you want? Let's go ahead right now and get Venmo me the money, and then
Yep.
as soon as you're able to go in the and keeping in mind that if they need a payment plan, then on the $9.97, then you can bring all the people in. But I don't think you can do payment plan on $9.97. That's more if they want to become a coach.
Okay.
If we pass them to,
I'll have to pull up those cards and actually really look through them and not just.
Yeah. If you go through the recruiter coaches to sign up, it's now, you can get $1,000 bonus. That's what that was about. And if you're going through the recruiter coaches, they can set them up on a payment plan.
Got it. So even though it was like as my client and I referred them to you to go through the training process into the coach, you're giving me part of your bonus sort of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I
That's
told you
good
they
because
gave
I
us
know
a
a lot of
deadline.
people were, that you needed to have somebody by a certain time.
Yeah. So basically I have the rest of this month. So 3 weeks to get a new client. And I really would like to take care of that. So
yeah. Is there any prospects? I'm trying to think if I even know. What's the price? What's the coaching price?
$3,997.
Okay.
So.
All right,
my friend. It sounds like we have a busy week and we better get to it.
Awesome. All right. I will talk to you later. We'll catch up later in the week or something.
I know it's only a minute on Facebook Messenger, but at least it's better than nothing. So maybe we can give each other a minute of inspiration.
You can always message me with Marco. I love hearing you and seeing you. Until I get a new phone, for some reason, my sound is off and it works with my Facebook. So that's why you get that little bit, but you can always leave me whatever you want. And then I can message you back other ways until I get my shit figured out.
Sounds great. Well, awesome. I'm going to run and I'll see you soon.